Over the last 4 years since I bought my first iPad, I have been going back and forth from notebook to iPad for note-taking and work so many times. It has been so frustrating that I haven't been able to settle on the one thing. At the start of this year, I set out with good intentions, and for simplicity, I decided to go paper and pen. It's now June and I'm back on the iPad. I lasted 6 months with pen and paper, and I actually think that's my longest spell, so I'm quite pleased with that, but I've made the decision to stick with the iPad, and I want to talk you through 3 reasons why. Minimalism, organisation, and the experience. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jill, and this channel is all about trying to do life right with more of a focus on work life. So if you like the vibes, if you find value in the content, please subscribe and hit that like button. First up is minimalism. I want to keep it simple. I want to carry less stuff. If I'm writing on paper, I need a pen. And because of the type of person I am, I need a backup pen or an ink cartridge. I also need a highlighter, and I need a backup highlighter, and I need a pencil case to carry this stuff in. If I'm at a meeting and it's not in my office, I need to bring something with me. So say I need to access a file online, I need my laptop. I'll also be trying to actively listen to the conversation that's happening in front of me with my peers, and I will be trying to multitask and scribbling notes on my notebook at the same time. I can swap all of this out for just one small package. I have the Apple Pencil, which can be anything I want it to be: pen, pencil, rubber, marker, highlighter. I have a digital notebook in the form of OneNote, and I have a computer. So if I need to access any files from Office 365, I can do that. Organisation. A notebook needs to be organised, it needs to be colour-coded, it needs to be broken into sections, it needs to have sticky tabs, it needs to be organised, and you need to be able to maintain it, which means it needs to be simple enough and easy enough that you can maintain it, and I have not been able to do this optimally. In the past, I simply took notes in chronological order. So say on a Monday, I had a projections meeting, then I had a one-to-one, then I had a project status meeting, then I had a planning meeting, and then to top it all off, I had a business initiative check-in. So all of these different types of meetings are being recorded in order of time that they happened. I was consistent with this, but the main drawback was trying to locate a note from a particular meeting that was hidden in a week's worth of meetings of all different types. And initially, when using the iPad, I adopted the same approach because it was the way that I'd always done it. I accepted the flaws and carried on as is. But now that I've made the decision that the iPad is my permanent note-taking device stroke notebook, I have made improvements in just the last few weeks, and I want to tell you what they are. I now manage my notes in 3 pillars plus an add-on, and the 3 pillars are business, delivery, and people. And within each of these, I can record every type of meeting that I have. To settle on this breakdown and to ensure that it was fit for purpose, in my calendar, I looked back over the last 2 weeks and I looked forward over the upcoming 2 weeks, and I took note of every single meeting that I had and every single meeting that I am due to have. I then went up a level. What type of meetings were they? And then I was able to go up the next level and I was able to say, okay, that's business, that's delivery, and that's people. And the add-on I was referring to was quick notes. If I'm on the go and I don't have an iPad with me, I have my phone and I want to be able to take a quick note. And last up is the experience. I use OneNote as my note-taking app, which is great because once I've taken the notes, I can set the iPad to the side and I'm on desktop mode at work. I have all of my handwritten notes up in front of me on the screen. I do a weekly notes review on a Friday, and this is when I dig deep into all the notes that I've taken throughout the week across each of those 3 pillars: business, delivery, and people. And I am honing in on the actions that I have taken note of. So naturally, I have my Outlook calendar and Microsoft To Do open alongside my handwritten notes on OneNote, and this experience couldn't be any simpler. I type up meeting notes using Teams and Loop, and this is to benefit anybody that's on a Teams call so that we can follow the agenda or the discussion points. And rather than taking separate meeting notes on my iPad, I'll take digital meeting notes in front of everybody so that we can all see and follow. Rather than rewriting these meeting notes out, I just copy and paste them, pull them into OneNote, and they will form part of the review that I do on a Friday. And lastly, I annotate. So say I'm sitting in a meeting and there's a presentation on either a slide deck or a report. I can take a snapshot of that on my iPad and I can annotate so the notes are really clear and concise. Thank you for watching. I hope you've been able to get value from this video and seeing how I use my iPad as a notebook, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.